Debt was not invented to help people. It was invented to control them. For more than 5,000 years, debt has dictated who rises, who falls, who rules, and who suffers. From ancient temples to modern banks, from emperors to CEOs, one thing never changed. Debt became the most powerful tool ever created. The engine behind our economies, our markets, and even our freedoms. Today, we're going to uncover how debt shaped the world and why escaping it has become nearly impossible. Long before money existed, debt was already here. In Mesopotamia, people didn't trade coins. They traded obligations. Farmers owed grain to temples. Soldiers owed labor to kings. Entire families inherited debts for generations. Debt wasn't financial, it was social, and those who controlled the ledgers controlled society. Centuries later, kingdoms discovered something revolutionary. Debt could finance empires, wars, fleets, roads, armies, all funded not by gold, but by borrowed promises. The rise of European powers was not built on treasure, but on credit. And the deeper a nation fell into debt, the more powerful its financial class became. Debt turned into influence, and influence turned into power. In the 1600s, the Dutch and the British invented something new, the national debt. A country could borrow from private investors and promise repayment backed by taxes. This simple idea created the first modern banks, institutions that could lend to governments, charge interest, and grow richer with every war and every crisis. The system rewarded those who provided credit and punished those who could not access it. By the 1800s, something extraordinary happened. Debt stopped being just a tool and became a product. Banks realized they didn't need to lend their own money. They could lend money they didn't even have. A loan was no longer a simple agreement. It became a financial asset, a product to be sold, traded, packaged, and multiplied. Debt became the engine of capitalism. In the 20th century, debt moved from nations to households. Credit cards, mortgages, student loans, each one designed to keep money flowing endlessly. People didn't just buy homes or cars, they bought decades of payments. Debt was no longer forced, it became voluntary. The most effective form of control ever invented. Today, debt is everywhere. Countries owe trillions, banks owe trillions, consumers owe trillions. But here's the secret. If everyone paid back their debt tomorrow, the global economy would collapse. Our system requires perpetual borrowing, infinite growth, fueled by infinite debt. Debt isn't a problem, it is the system, and those who control debt control nations. Ratings agencies can raise or crush an economy. Banks can freeze credit and trigger recessions. Investors can decide which governments survive. In a world powered by borrowing, the lenders quietly own everything. So the next time you hear about interest rates, national debt, or credit expansion, remember, debt isn't just a number, it's a story. The story that built our world. It's the engine that drives economies, the chain that binds nations, and the fuel that powers modern life. Escaping it may be impossible, but understanding it is the first step.